My name is Nicholas Condre, and today I'm going to be going over the Cubicom hardware and software. So here's the Cubicom. It is 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters, about 8 inches cubed. And when Daniel and I designed this project, we wanted to focus on modularity and upgradability. So the first aspect of the design, as you can see, it is a pull-out, tray-mounted, foldable trackpad and keyboard. And this tray has a magnet in the rear that actually sticks to the inside of the case. So once you reload it in, it actually holds because it's magnetic. Also, one more thing is it actually has feet on the bottom, so when it's laying at this angle, it does not move. So that is the keyboard. Here's a 7-inch LCD. It is about 720p in resolution, so it is high definition. And here is the cutout for the front I/O, which is 2 USB ports, headphone and a microphone jack, the power button right here, and then a small little speaker. Now, the reason why it's modular is because in the rear here, you have a cutout, and this is for the power for the LCD, which connects to the LCD controller board. This is the video, and this is the power. And you can see that is the main input for the power. Now, I will be removing the compute module, so you just simply unplug these 3 cables, and they just kind of hang out there. And then there is a little plastic ledge. Sorry, let me try to get focus back in. There we go, that's better. There's a little plastic ledge right here, and you can push it to actually push out the entire computer. So you can see, you just push that and it slides right out. It's very form-fit right there. And here is the compute module. It is a Lenovo M715Q, I believe. It is just a mini desktop computer, but I chose this because it's very modular in its components. It has a socketed CPU that is upgradable, and then it has very easily accessible memory modules, and then here is the solid-state drive. So theoretically, you can just push on that little piece of plastic, this slides out, and then you can instantly replace or upgrade the solid-state drive. You can replace or upgrade the memory, and you can replace the processor, and you can even replace the Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. So it's all basically instantaneous, extremely easy upgrades. And then the second you do an upgrade, you just plop it in there, and then it just slides right back in, nice and firm, so it doesn't fall out. It's friction mounted to the Cubicom. And now I will go over the side panels. So let me quickly reconnect the cables. Alright, so here are the side panels. They're magnetically mounted, so you could just slide them on like that, very satisfying. So the inside is all the cables. I tried managing them with a cable like a zip tie Velcro thing. But you can see in the rear, or actually in the front, that is the LCD controller board, which has USB 5-volt power input and a mini HDMI. And then this goes to a 40-pin ribbon cable, which connects to the front LCD. And you can see the cables all meet right here. And then the bottom here, if I can show, this is a 90-watt power supply, and that is what powers the Lenovo board. And then here is the tray-mounted keyboard. So if I slide it forward, you can see it slides forward and back, and then it slides out, and then you can see those magnets on the rear there. So that is the hardware overview. And now I will be going to the software overview. All right, for the software overview, first we need to plug in the 3-prong power cable to the rear and simply press the power button in the front. Now, first we will see a Lenovo boot icon for the board, and then it will transition to the Cubic OS boot icon, which is the Cubicom logo, 2D rendition of the Cubicom turning on and off. But unfortunately, because it's a solid-state drive, it boots so quickly you could hardly see it. It'll flash for a second there. And once it boots, we need to pull out the mouse and trackpad, or the keyboard and trackpad, and wait for it to connect because it's using Bluetooth, so it may take about 15 seconds or so. So we will wait. There we go. All right, so I will type in the password, which is Cubicom. Oop. Sorry. There we go. All right, so an overview of Cubic OS. First off, we have a custom wallpaper with a little logo right there. And I designed this little icon. It's just a 2D Cubicom, and we implemented it in the boot screen, the wallpaper, and the start menu icon on the bottom there. Now, for Daniel's implementations for Cubic OS, we started with a custom taskbar, which it's kind of hard to see, but it has cubes in it. And we also put in custom icons. So let's go to the file browser here. We got custom icons. We have custom animations. We also have custom window fonts. So the windows are different fonts. So let me open up a few windows here. Let's open up the controls. There we go. Command prompt, terminal. We got this. Let's just go, I don't know, let's go to the internet. There we go. You can see the window titles are using a custom font, and also the cursor is custom as well. It's this circle, which is a funny contrast to the cube. And let me check the list. So we have a custom cursor, custom taskbar, custom font for the windows, custom boot animation. We focused on a black and white aesthetic language or design language to fit the design of the hardware Cubicom. And then we also added the highlighting, or the headlining feature. I don't know the word to use. The headlining feature for Cubic OS is the Cubic Desktop Management. So if we open up a few windows here, let's scatter them around. If you hold down Control, this is going to be hard to do, but if you hold down Control and move the mouse, I'll try to do it. It brings up a cube interface. Okay, I need to set this up in a better way. One moment. Okay, that's better. I think you can see it. Okay, so you can see we have a few windows open. If we hold down the Control key and then click the desktop, we can use the trackpad to actually move around the desktop to 4 separate desktops. And this is the Cubic Desktop Management Interface. So you can see we have the floating windows here. And what we can do is just easily slide to a different desktop and then start a new task. So let's go ahead and open the terminal here. Let's open terminal. And if we wanted to move it to another desktop, we could just grab this terminal, fling it over, and then the desktop will dynamically rotate to allow you to move windows over. So it's really good for management. I think it's pretty unique. So you can move it over here. It's a little finicky sometimes. There we go. And then if we want to start a new desktop, hold down Control, move the mouse, and there we go. You just flick it over, and here's the original. So that's the Cubic Desktop Management in Cubic OS. And so for a final overview, we have custom typeface, custom icons, custom start menu here, custom Cubic Desktop Management right here, as well as a custom boot animation, and probably a few other things that I forgot to mention. So that is a complete overview of the Cubicom and Cubic OS, and thank you for watching.